We have to go to the root. We have to go to the cause. Dealing with the condition itself is not enough.
Dear Mr. Massa, I'm just trying to mind my own business. What's the matter? It's just another day, another black king captured. I'm about to lose my brain, stuck inside this ghetto rapture. I got a lot of smoke. If you want it, you can have it. They want a hat trick, but this is black girl magic. Ain't talking about the kind that'll make you disappear, but I'm talking about the power of the melanin within. Ain't looking for trouble, but I'ma say this one time. I put 2 dukes up if you try to touch mine. We still want justice for Tamir and Trayvon. You say you don't see color, but racism ain't blind. They targeting little kids whose skin look just like mine. So I'm paranoid, it's a war zone outside. And I'm a black queen, so if you ask me to step out of my car, you gon' have to snatch me. Cause I ain't going no damn well. Had to spend my whole life living unfair. Ancestors got my back and they right here. You can never understand, it's a nightmare. Living in my black shoes by the black rules. You can keep your handshake, I don't dap coons. The white man that go nuts if he can't shoot. But you all on his side like a damn fool. Make it make sense.
We are oppressed.
Queen.
We are exploited. We are downtrodden.
Make it make
We are
sense.
denied not only civil rights, but even human rights.
Ahmadiyyah.
So the only way we're going to get some of this
Ahmadiyyah.
oppression and exploitation
Queen.
away from us or aside from us is come together
Queen.
against the common enemy. Who taught you to hate the texture of your
Ahmadiyyah.
hair? Who taught you to hate the color of your skin?
Ahmadiyyah.
Parents, pay attention to the books, the school system, even to your little children. Lies mixed with wisdom. His skin too bright, so he was blind to the prison. My skin just right, so I collide with division. You trying to pray to God, but we tired of religion. No savior saving, we got to save our savings. We used to pay miss, how we gon' make the slave rich? But who's to blame, and tell me why you complaining? We need a team effort just to rule the nation. Like a bad relationship, missing communication. We missing moderation. They're trying to get a poison to my population. No reparations, I'm getting tired of Satan.
We are oppressed.
Queen.
I'm getting tired of waiting.
We are downtrodden.
Queen.
We are denied not only civil rights, but even human rights.
Ahmadiyyah.
So the only way we're going to get some of this
Ahmadiyyah.
oppression and exploitation.
Queen.
Touch one of mine and you're done. They show no love for the queen. Why you hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans? I got dreams like King Luther, shed blood like Kunta. You ain't helping my people, I ain't got nothing to say to ya. I want all the smoke like hookah. Talking reparations. America won't be great until they give us compensation. I'm like, I'm the hottest right now. See a bunch of lames out here trying to jock on my style. They be doing too much. I'm the queen, it's too easy. It's like they all in Popeyes, how they be talking so greasy. I just sit back and laugh while these haters get madder. So nefarious how they don't want my pockets with cheddar. I tell them they can do better. These snakes in the grass can leave a bite on your ass, cause y'all be trusting too fast. I got my foot on the gas, other one on they necks. Dropping receipts on haters, you better show some respect. I'm never facing regrets, we only facing the threat.
This is the sound of Eric Malcolm.
It's a cut on the gas, other one on they necks. Dropping receipts on haters, you better show some respect. I'm never facing regrets, we only facing the threat. Running through every challenge like a relay, break no sweat. It's a cold game, so I got that blanket with me. Now that my people awaken, ain't no going to sleep. I do not play by my piece, this time I'm playing for Keefe. You talking slick, but when I see you like them ends, we gon' meet. And I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you're done. They show no love for the queen, why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans, and I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you're done. They show no love for the queen, why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X to my jeans and I got... Put it on Facebook. They're trying to pay stuff for my car.
Wait!
Let's go!
Oh my god.
That's more like it.
Y'all both did that thing?
When they accidentally give the bride and groom the wrong drink.
She's like, that's not mine.
That's more like it.
Y'all both did that thing?
You're joking. You did not get that purse off of my debit card. You did not order a Marc Jacobs $600 purse on my card. Well, you didn't. I'm telling you right now, you better be joking.
I'm not.
No 7-year-old has a $600 purse.
Well, it sucks because I'm really not them.
What do you mean you're not
I'm
them?
not them.
What do you mean you're not them?
I'm not, like cheap like them.
What do you mean you're not cheap like them? You don't have money to buy a $600 purse. That's mine. My money. How did you learn how to order that anyways?
I watch you do it on your phone every single day, almost.
I don't order stuff every single day. And if I do, that's my business. That's not your money, Amelia.
Well, you know where I say, can I go outside?
No! You're grounded.
You know when I say go outside and you're sitting right there, right? I look from the window and you're ordering a new purse every single time.
Okay, well, that's not any of your business. And we're taking it back.
No, we're not.
She said, no, we're not. I absolutely cannot with her. Please pay attention. All right. Hello, everyone. Thanks for tuning in once again to the original Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur show. I'm your host, Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur, and this is your Saturday Vitamins. So as you're coming in, please feel free to go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Be sure to click that notification bell and click the word all so you're notified each time the Queen Goddess goes live. All right. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Dr._A Shakur. Also on TikTok at Dr. A Shakur, Twitter, DGoddess27. And as per usual, if you don't like what the Queen is cooking, you already know what to do. Okay, so let's get ready to get into it. Everyone get those likes up. All right. Hello, Bronze Flat Power God, Tracy, Sandra. All right. Southwest Houston, Texas. In Melanin We Trust, 504 Nola. Virgil is here. Queen Sam, Khalid, Harleen, Leon. All hell nah in the house. RG Titan. Okay. Shout out to my moderators putting in work. Deronda, my aunt Egypt. Okay. Jeff ATL is here. All right. So let's get into it. I wasn't going to go live today, honey. I was trying to relax. But alas, here I am, and here we are. So let's talk about it, because there's new information, and you heard it here first. Hey, Cassandra and Tracy, there's new information in the case of Keefe D. Davis, okay? So now they're saying they have information that places him at the scene of the murder. So let's get into it. But before we do, let's have a word from our sponsor. And then also, let me drop this link for the next live, which will be right after this on the backup channel, because we have to talk about this nefariousness that's going on here. Everyone, please get the likes up. For those of you who follow me on the backup channel, you may remember that just a few weeks ago, I reported about the 8-year-old black child, Noah Bush, who supposedly drowned Okay, and his body was found, and so they said there was no evidence of foul play, no reason to suspect anything was shady. And I told you all there's every reason to suspect something was shady. And then I reminded you about Jason Smith, the 14-year-old black child who was found in Louisiana after being with friends who don't look like him, and he was drowned. You all remember that story? Okay, so hopefully you remember it, because today we're going to go into the details of it, because now the two kids that were with him, the two little thugs and their mom have all been charged. Okay, so clearly there was foul play. Okay, so please pay attention, just like I said in the first place. All right, so we're going to talk about that in the backup channel and other nefarious things. So let's get into it. Likes up, everyone, please like and share. All right, I just dropped the link for that live. Let me drop it again. Okay, so now let's get into these receipts. Likes up, everyone. Please like and share. Thank you in advance. All right, so they're saying there's new evidence in the case of Keefe D. Davis, and also saying that he was working with the police and all of that, trying to set up Diddy. So we're going to get into all of it. And you heard it here first. Please pay attention. Now, new evidence places Tupac Shakur suspect Keefe D at murder site as cops go back in time and hunt for surveillance video. Keefe D boasted about Tupac's murder in the past, but has retracted his comments as the start of his trial approaches. Remember, I told you guys he's going to trial on November the 4th, which is Diddy's birthday, coincidentally. Okay, now they say new evidence has been uncovered in the high-profile murder trial of Dwayne Keefe D. Davis that allegedly places him in Las Vegas on the night that rap icon Tupac Shakur was murdered. Now, the self-proclaimed Compton Crip gang lord, who's now 60, has been in custody since September on a $750,000 bail. Now, remember that WAC 100 was trying to bail him out, but the judge had some discretions or didn't really believe what the reason he was doing it, because he said that, he didn't have any specific reason. He was just trying to help in all of this. But they had recorded conversations between him and Keefe D. Davis talking about a contract where he was supposed to be telling Keefe Davis's life story. So the judge didn't grant it. Now, a Las Vegas judge denied Davis's release in June after, like what I just said. Okay, so with that all been said, now prosecutors say they've uncovered decades-old evidence that places Dwayne Keefe D. Davis in Las Vegas on September the 7th, 1996, the night Tupac was killed in a drive-by shooting. Investigators say a room at the then Monte Carlo resort, now Park MGM, that's the name of it now, was booked under Davis's wife's name, who's, by the way, Paula Clemens. And this is according to court documents that were obtained. So officials have learned that a room at the Excalibur Hotel and Casino was reserved under Davis's nephew's name as well, Orlando Anderson, the one that they say was the shooter. Okay, the suspected trigger man. Now, Las Vegas Metro Police detectives were combing through hotel records for reservations booked under the names of known gang members, according to court documents. However, Clemens's reservation didn't raise any eyebrows at first until now, since she was not known as a Southside Crip. So he was smart to put it in his wife's name so it wouldn't trace back to him. But nonetheless, they found out after all this time. Now, Davis's attorneys previously argued in their motion to dismiss the charges that there was no evidence that placed him in Las Vegas on the night of the murder. Do you all remember me reporting that to you months ago when I was talking about this? How his attorneys were trying to say that, he wasn't even in town. He wasn't even there. Okay. So a legal insider in Las Vegas disclosed to the media on Wednesday that prosecutors were scouring through any paperwork or surveillance footage from the Monte Carlo hotel. Now, the source said that investigators knew that Davis had stayed at the resort many times in the past. They said they are liaising with staff to search through guest booking records to establish whether there's evidence that Keefe or any of his Crip associates were booked in. This is what the insider says. Now, the legal insider said investigators are treating the case like it happened in 2024, not 28 years ago. They even looked at receipts at bars and restaurants on site to see whether his name is anywhere in any of those records. There were these were the days before many places operated digital systems. So there is so many hours involved in looking into that old paperwork. Okay, it's probably in files and placed in file cabinets, I would guess, unless they have converted it to digital, which I would think that they would do. But anyway, they claim they're going through lots of old paperwork as if it hasn't been converted. Now, it has been challenging to locate surveillance footage from the 1990s. Cameras from the Monte Carlo, MGM, and other spots were never properly logged or examined, so the process is laborious. Okay, so they say, but the DA knows that a couple of seconds is enough to be a home run for the prosecution. Now, the source said the prosecutors have re-examined the original homicide files with a fresh set of eyes and have interviewed every person named in those files. They say those probes have led to some fresh leads and opportunities to speak with potential new witnesses who have never come forward to police. So they've got new witnesses they're hoping that they can speak with. Conversations are ongoing with several people who have connections to Keefe and his gang. What emerges from that remains secret at the moment. They're not going to divulge the information or the sources of that information. Now, in late June, Davis's defense attorney fought to have Judge Carly Kearney validate the defendant's $112,500 bond premium so he could be released on house arrest while he awaited trial. However, Kearney ruled that Davis failed to prove his bond was obtained through legal sources. Now, music executive Cass Jones, that's WAC 100, okay, appeared in court via video conference and confirmed that he paid the bond premium for Davis as just a gift. Like there was no strings attached, nothing behind it. Jones claimed that there was no contract or financial agreement with Davis in exchange for bailing him out. But prosecutors ripped the claims to pieces when they played a YouTube interview of Jones and podcaster DJ Vlad from Vlad TV, where he said that he would bail out Davis to do a TV series on his life. Now, prosecutors also played jailhouse phone calls between Davis and Jones, where they were heard discussing a contract, saying, you got to remember this ish can set you up for the rest of your life. This is what Jones is heard saying on the call, Jones being WAC 100. I'll get you out, and then we'll sit down and talk about all of that. Now, while Mr. Jones testified he was bonding out Mr. Davis because Mr. Davis was fighting cancer and had been a pillar of the community, his previous interview with Vlad TV suggested another motive, and the judge wrote that in her ruling. Now, here's the thing. I'm sorry, say what? He's going to try to paint Keefe D. Davis as a pillar of his community? He's a whole gang member and a thug. Lived a life of crime, in and out of prison and jail. What's he talking about? Make it all make sense. Not a pillar of the community. Immediately, the judge knew there was something shady with that. Please pay attention. So anyway, it goes on to say that Davis has pleaded not guilty to first-degree murder. Now, he's expected to go to trial for Tupac's murder on November the 4th. Davis is facing life in prison if convicted. All right, likes up, everyone. Please like and share. So what do you all think about this thus far? I think that you have to be pretty dumb to think that you can talk on jail phones and they're not recorded. Like, why would you think you can say stuff on jail phones and nobody's going to know? That's real crazy. And then he sat there and lied, WAC 100 that is, and said there was no ulterior motives. Oh, I'm just doing it because he has cancer and he's a pillar of the community. Sir, we have you on record. Okay, please pay attention. Now, before I get into this next receipt, let's have a word from my sponsor. Likes up, everyone, please like and share. Thank you.
Want healthier, stronger, shinier hair? Tired of products that don't work for coily or kinky hair? Meet 12 Tribes, the vegan hair care line designed for you. Our products are made with love for your gorgeous coils. We offer hair growth butters, oils, shampoos, and hairsprays. These products help your hair grow long, thick, and shiny. Imagine a hair care line that's 100% vegan and perfect for coily hair. No more guessing if it's really going to work for you. Our butters are rich and nourishing, feeding every strand. Our oils are lightweight but powerful, sealing in moisture without greasy residue. Shampoos and butters leave your hair clean and soft, never stripped. What sets us apart? Our dedication to your hair's needs. No harsh chemicals, just effective, natural ingredients. And the results speak for themselves. Start your journey to healthier, shinier hair today. Visit our Etsy shop, Lisa Crafts. Click the link in the description below. Give your hair the care it deserves. Join our satisfied customers and see the difference.
All right. With that all being said, now let's get back into it. Now, so listen to this. Because did he do it? I have questions. Did he have something to do with the demise of Tupac? I've always felt that he has. Okay. But here's the thing. They say that Dwayne Keefe D. Davis, he was working with the police to set Diddy up. Okay, so they say Tupac's suspect worked undercover for cops trying to implicate Diddy and Gangster Pal in rapper's murder. This is according to some bombshell documents that they have obtained. Okay, Diddy called the suspect Keefe D after Tupac's shooting, saying, "Is that us?" According to the court papers. Now, the man charged with Tupac's murder was a confidential police informant. And this is the irony of it all, because Keefe D. Davis swears that he's no snitch. But he's been snitching for decades. Does he not know that's what he's been doing? When he was doing all those interviews, when he wrote that book, and he was saying that he had a hand in it and saying that Diddy offered him $1 million, Zip ran out for the money, all that was snitching. Just because he may not have said all those things to the police, he was still running his mouth. I don't know how he doesn't think he's a snitch, but we'll get into that in a moment. So it goes on to say that he was a confidential police informant who even tried to set up an undercover drug deal in a bid to implicate hip-hop mogul Diddy in the rapper's murder. Damning court files have alleged this. Okay, please pay attention. And when they say damning court files, that means they have all the receipts. Now, accused murderer Keefe D worked undercover with the LAPD detectives for a task force initially set up to investigate the murder of Biggie Smalls after volunteering information about his role in Tupac's fatal shooting. And this is according to a bombshell document that is a 179-page court filing by Los Angeles prosecutors. Now, I'm not going to get into all that right now because I'd be here all day, and today's not the day. Now, according to the court papers obtained, Keefe D became an informant after he was caught trafficking large amounts of drugs by that same task force. Now, Keefe denied having any involvement in Biggie's murder, but gave police a recorded account believing he was immune from prosecution. Now, of how he and his fellow gang members killed Tupac in a drive-by shooting in Las Vegas in 1996. Now, he also alleged in the interview that Diddy, whose real name is Sean Combs, had previously offered him $1 million for Tupac's murder, which Diddy, then known as Puffy, later paid to Gangster by the name of Eric Zip Martin. Okay, and let's not forget that I told you this before, and they also had audio. Okay, they also had all of this on audio. Likes up, everyone. Please like and share. Thank you in advance. Hold on just a second. Hold on, beloved. Okay, so I was looking for the audio because I'm going to play it for those of you who missed it the last time I shared it. Okay, because remember, they had the receipts. So Diddy's going down one way or another. Like, dude, they got you on audio, but hold on. Or they have audio of Keefe D. Davis snitched on you, shall I say. All right, clearly a snitch. I don't know why he wants to deny it. Okay, so I'm going to play the audio. Everyone, please likes up. Thank you in advance.
He's having before, before Jay. So he should get up on stage making fun of Puffy. Yeah, because that was like the thing that started. That was the trigger and everything. That's where everybody got shot. That was a lot of disrespect. Yeah, that was disrespectful. I know he said it at that room in Anaheim and a couple times at Greenbacks. Okay. Okay, so just that he didn't recall. Shoot. Yeah, when T-Mac told me that Zip got the money, oh man. So he tells you seriously, man, I need to get rid of these guys, and he's looking at you in the eyes and like scared. Yeah. He's scary, dude. Now you would have to conversation with this man, yeah. We ain't got no pistols, he got no pistols. Okay, so he says, you tell him we'll do it for $1 million, and he's like, okay, I'll do it for $1 million. Yeah. He agrees to shake on or something like that. Yeah. What happened? He like, man, we wiped in quick, you know, it's nothing. So he said it. Who brought up the amount of $1 million? He did. Puffy did, yeah. Okay. Was it you? No, it wasn't me. You call anybody? You call Jeff? And then the next day, he's like, this all I feel, we got that. Call me. He said, was that right? Okay. Yeah. He called while we were doing wait. So Jeff called you and said, is that DBS Hot Wings place? I'm getting the Hot Wings place. You said the Hot Wings place here in LA. Yeah. Okay. So let's go back to Vegas. So you're in Vegas. You wake up the next morning.
Okay, so clearly he was just telling on himself, like I said. He mentioned Zip and the money and all of that. He said somebody brought them some guns because they didn't have pistols. I'm not sure. I couldn't understand because he speaks kind of muffled. Did he say Diddy brought them guns because they didn't have guns? Because he said something about they were brought guns because they didn't have pistols. Now, did you all hear who he said brought those guns? Was it Diddy? I have questions because let's not forget how Rodney Jones, aka Lil Rod, said that Diddy had those guns and stuff in the house, those illegal guns. Okay, but so let's continue because this is all nefarious. This is all nefarious. Now, goes on to say, likes up, everyone, please like and share. Hold on, let me go back to the other paper I was reading from. Okay, so anyway, goes on to say that they have him on audio, which you just heard. Now, in a new twist, okay, there's a plot twist. Prosecutors are now claiming that 3 months after the recorded conversation, which took place on March the 9th of 2009, Keefe D. Davis became an active confidential informant for the task force. Now, in a section titled Additional Evidence Never Considered Before by the Court, the document goes on to allege that Keefe, accompanied by officers from the task force, flew to New York on June the 17th of 2009 in a bid to corroborate the conspiracy to commit Tupac's murder. So this man was actively working with the police, like I said. Now, it explains that detectives believed they had jurisdiction to investigate Nevada homicide because defendant Keefe D. Davis asserted that the conspiracy to commit the murder began in California between defendant Eric Zip Martin and Sean Diddy Combs, okay? Now, Keefe, acting in an undercover capacity, ran into Zip on the street as he approached his workplace. And this is all according to prosecutors. Now, Mr. Martin Zip greeted defendant excitedly, and they had a social conversation, according to court papers. Now, I do believe this is where Foxy Brown comes into play, because remember, they want her to be a star witness in the trial, and they say that she was, in fact, in the car with Zip when this conversation between he and Dwayne Keefe D. Davis took place. I reported that weeks ago. Now, it goes on to say, thereafter, Mr. Martin, his nephew, and defendant got into the nephew's blue Cadillac DTS and drove over to see Mr. Martin's sister. After returning, defendant tried to enlist Mr. Martin in an effort to traffic narcotics. They say Mr. Martin indicated he was out of the business, but directed him to conduct his drug activities with his nephew. Thereafter, defendant and Mr. Martin socialized in Mr. Martin's restaurant for several hours at least. Diddy, who has always denied any involvement in Tupac's death, appears to be further implicated in the court documents when prosecutors summarize one of Keefe's other interviews. They say Diddy reached out to defendant wondering if Southside Crips were responsible for Shakur's death by asking, hey, is that us? Defendant, beaming with pride, answers yes. Now, Keefe, whose real name is Dwayne Davis, was hoping to be freed after a bail hearing after a bail hearing next week ahead of his trial for Pac's murder slated for November. But a judge denied the release back in June after he was unable to secure the $750,000 bond to be freed while he awaits the trial, citing concerns over the source of the funds. Music manager Cash Whack 100 Jones. And so they have the document here. It says on this document, what the motive would be for this. Davis responded that he had heard that Shakur was talking about leaving Death Row Records. In that same interview, defendant acknowledged knowing Zip. Defendant's admission in 2008 related to the murder. Prior to December 2008, defendant was a target of an investigation of a task force created to investigate the murder of Christopher Wallace, aka Biggie Smalls. As a target, he was caught trafficking in large amounts of drugs. Pursuant to that investigation, task force officers approached defendant seeking to interview him about his knowledge of the Christopher Wallace murder. Defendant denied any involvement in the murder, however, volunteered his knowledge about the murder of Tupac Shakur. Thereafter, on December the 18th of 2008, he provided a recorded version of events similar to his other recountings of the murder, all of which he was consistent with the known evidence from the early investigation. And on March 9th of 2009, defendant became an active confidential informant for the task force. This is all in official court records. I'm sitting here looking right at the court docs, which I'm not going to show on the screen at this moment. Now, prosecutors are opposing Keefe's release on bail as they released a slew of new evidence against the former drug kingpin. Now, Keefe's lawyer, Carl Arnold, has previously claimed that his client was not even in Vegas on the night that Tupac was shot, September the 7th of 1996. And see, that's why this new evidence that they went and dug up is this is a whole bombshell. Because when I was reporting this to you months ago, they said the same thing. That even though he was going around saying that he had something to do with it, they basically tried to act like he was just clout chasing, like he was just saying things, to get popularity or whatever, just being boastful, and that none of it was really true. And he recanted his statements. But in fact, they've now proven that he was there. So you can sit down and stop lying, sir, at any given moment. Okay. Now, goes on to say, however, the latest filing contains a number of statements Keefe has made both to police in interviews and in books in which he claims that he was there. And now they have proof to corroborate it. All right. They have the hotel reservations made in his wife's name. Now, prosecutors have also submitted new unearthed evidence in the same court filing, which places Keefe in the city on the night of the murder. Investigators said a room at the Monte Carlo Resort, now the Park MGM, was booked under his wife's name, like I said. Okay, so all nefarious, it's all going down. And when he goes to trial November the 4th, just like they've dug up this dirt, I'm pretty sure they've dug up dirt to prove that Diddy exchanged some money or had something nefarious to do with it. Okay, please pay attention. But now here's the thing. Now they're saying this former prosecutor or this former FBI is saying basically that Keefe D had something to do with those raids at Diddy's house, at his residences. So let's get into it. Likes up, everyone. Please like and share. Thank you in advance. Okay, they say exclusive. Hold on. Now, this is exclusive information. Now, it goes on to say, everyone, please get those likes up. And so Phil Carson, who is the ex-FBI, who worked on Tupac's case, well, he said to the media that the murder suspect, Dwayne Keefe D. Davis, could have spilled his guts about Diddy, pointing to the fact that Davis's looming life sentence would have given him, the incentive to start talking, to start implicating other people. Basically, and he says that, he goes on to say that who's to say that Keefe didn't start throwing stuff out there to potentially save his own ass? He said Davis was arrested and charged in Tupac's 1996 murder last year and had previously claimed the killing was a $1 million hit ordered by Sean Diddy Combs. So he's already said it before. Now, federal raids on Sean Diddy Combs' mansions could be linked to the recent arrest of the gangster over rapper Tupac Shakur's murder. And here's the thing. Did anyone besides me notice, because I did videos about both of these things, when Keefe was arrested, I did a video. Now, mind you, I did a TikTok video about it as well as on here. But what I'm saying is, when I was doing the video about Dwayne Keefe D. Davis, that was in October of 2023. And then it was in November of 2023 when all the stuff came out on Diddy. So are these things connected? Okay, please pay attention. Now, to go on to say, Phil Federal raids on Sean Diddy Combs' mansions could be linked to the recent arrest of a gangster over rapper Tupac Shakur's 1996 murder. A former FBI agent who investigated the killing gave this information. Phil Carson, who's a retired head of the Los Angeles FBI office, said that information backing search warrants for Diddy's LA and Florida properties likely could have come from the alleged murder accomplice, Dwayne Keefe D. Davis, since he was just charged last year. Now, Carson is an expert on hip-hop criminals and kingmakers of the 1990s after spending years probing police corruption and the shootings of Shakur and his East Coast rap rival Biggie Smalls, a.k.a. Christopher Wallace. Now, in an exclusive interview, he pointed to Davis's arrest on September the 29th last year over his admitted involvement in Shakur's murder, which he claimed was a $1 million hit ordered by Diddy, though the music producer denies it. Okay, so he was actually arrested in September, not October, but it had to be the end of September because I reported on it in the beginning of October. But nonetheless, Carson described how a looming life sentence could now be forcing the former gangster, who's 60 years old, and plus he's suffering from cancer, to spill new secrets about Diddy to investigators, things that he hadn't said already. Now, it's not like the olden days of the Italian mafia where everybody kept their mouth shut. Okay, this is what the ex-agent says. As soon as somebody has handcuffs on them, they'll sell out their own mom right now, is what he says. So Keefe's arrest, and that's Keefe's arrested, and that's a game changer because they have something over him, and that's when he may start spilling all of his guts if he hasn't already. He's an OG from out here. This is what he said about Keefe Davis. He says he's rubbed shoulders with a lot of big shots. Every one of those guys has a story to tell about how the streets were run back then. So who's to say Keefe didn't start throwing stuff out there that he hasn't talked about before to potentially save his ass? Okay, that's not to say it's the reason federal law enforcement extended or executed those warrants on Diddy's house, but it could be. But it would be interesting to know what the evidence is and where the evidence came from that they put in these affidavits to get both of those search warrants to be validated. It's got to be something of substance, not just mere accusations. It's got to be real evidence. Like I told you all, it's the same thing I told you guys. I said they're not going to go and raid somebody's property and confiscate evidence based solely off of accusations, okay, by the accusers. Remember I told you guys that? I said they have to have substantial evidence. The judges, not just one judge signed off, two of them did, one in LA and one in Miami. All right. And so they had to have something significant to get them to feel like, okay, yeah, we're going to go ahead and let them do the search, do the raids. So goes on to say, as part of a 2008 temporary immunity deal, Davis told LAPD detectives that Combs offered him $1 million to murder Death Row Records boss Suge Knight. So he says he took me downstairs and he's like, man, I want to get rid of them dudes. Man, I was like, we'll wipe their asses out quick. It's nothing. This is what he told the police in 2011. Now, and this was on a recorded confession. Now, Davis said that on September the 7th of 1996, his crew pulled up alongside Knight and Shakur on Las Vegas Boulevard, and he handed a Glock pistol to his nephew, Orlando Anderson, who unloaded it into Shakur's BMW, killing the West Coast rapper and wounding Knight. Davis repeated his story outside the immunity deal, including in a memoir, allowing Vegas police to arrest him for the murder on September the 29th of 2023. Now, however, there has been no explicit connection of Shakur's murder investigation with the raids conducted by Homeland Security agents of Combs' Humbly Hills and Miami mansions. Instead, they were reportedly in connection with the SEX trafficking investigation. But it brings one to wonder, did these raids have anything to do with information that Keefe D. Davis has given? Okay, because he has been singing like a whole mockingbird. Please pay attention. Now, the Bad Boy Records founder's lawyer, Aaron Dyer, released a statement on Tuesday calling the probe a witch hunt. Well, we remember all of that. Okay, so goes on to say Combs was sued by an anonymous woman who claimed that he had done things to her when she was 17, giving her drugs and alcohol and all of that. There's a myriad of lawsuits against him. And then there was a Jane Doe who said that he had her at a New York studio in 2003. So they just list all of his accusers and all of that. But this is going to be very interesting. This is going to be very interesting. Meanwhile, Diddy's out here going around in Italy like he's living his best life. Please pay attention. Okay, please pay attention. And I don't know if you all know this, but Italy is one of Diddy's favorite places to go. It's one of his favorite places to go. Now, how do we know that? Because that's where he's always at. Pay attention, because back in 2017, July of 2017, Diddy and his blended family escaped to Italy. Now, that's when he took Cassie, when they were still together. Okay, he took Cassie and his kids. All right, and they had some pictures posted, but they've taken those down now because they were on Instagram. I remember. Diddy's girlfriend Cassie was also in the yacht, and the two were caught enjoying themselves once the sun went down. Okay, that was the report in 2017. Diddy has 6 kids with 3 different women plus a girlfriend. That sounds like a lot of work, but he shows that having a close-knit blended family is possible, because he took all of his kids and Cassie. That was in 2017, like I said. And, they reported days ago that Diddy's in Italy now. This is after his mother was supposedly in the hospital suffering from chest pains. So clearly she's doing better. Likes up, everyone. Please like and share. Thank you in advance. Then there was a report of Diddy going to Italy with Lori Harvey when they briefly dated. That was in July of 2023. And please pay attention. He likes to go to Italy not only in the summer, but he likes to go during the month of July, because he went in 2017. It was in July with Cassie and his family. And then he went in July of 2023 with Lori Harvey. Okay, it says, hold on. Hold on, was Diddy going with her last year? Diddy wasn't going with her last year. I'm sorry. I'm giving y'all the wrong receipt. Let me stop sitting up here lying. And I was about to say, he wasn't going with her last year. Okay, so that's something else. Hold on, I clicked on the wrong thing. Okay, here we go. Likes up, everyone, please like and share. Okay, so he went in 2022 in July with Young Miami. Young Miami spotted on vacation in Italy with Diddy and his children. So he loves taking his women and children to Italy in June or July. Young Miami and Diddy appear to be a family on vacation together in Capri, Italy. Although there are no images of the alleged couple together, both have shared content online, seemingly from the exact same vacation spot. Young Miami posted a drone video of her getting out of the pool on a yacht. The video is set to Beyonce's new song, Alien Superstar. Okay, and then she posted some pictures. Anyway, with that all being said, that's another trip to Italy in July. Then when he was dating, what's that lady's name? Joy Chavez. Diddy cozies up to new flame Joy Chavez on luxurious yacht vacation in Italy. This was in 2021. Diddy's new relationship with Joy Chavez is continuing to thrive. The 51-year-old rapper was photographed having a great time with his new lady love while aboard a luxurious yacht in Italy, and this was in September. Now, they proved they know how to take they know how to take in the last days of the summer, and when they appeared to be having a conversation that was full of laughter and cozied up together. Okay, so like I said, I want y'all to pay attention, because this is why people are mad, because Diddy's out here acting like he's living his best life. Okay, Tanya said they all know they were complicit. I was thinking that too. But anyway, I digress. And then here's another time when Diddy was in Italy again. He goes here quite frequently. Looks like he goes every summer. Okay, this is when he's in Italy again. Who's he here with this time? He's wearing a fedora hat on his head, honey, like he's really doing it. Diddy cuts a dapper figure in fedora as he enjoys leisurely beach walk with bikini-clad beauties in Italy. This was also in 2022. So, like I said, Diddy's out there living his best life, honey. Please pay attention. Now, with that all been said, everyone please like and share, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Be sure to click that notification bell and click the word all. And then here's another one from September of 2021. Sean Diddy Combs and his 3 girls take in the Venetian view on a picturesque gondola ride. Okay, this is when they were in Venice, Italy. He took the twins. So yeah, that's one of his favorite places to go. Leon said dapper. Yes. Yes, that's one of his favorite places to go, honey. Please pay attention. Lana said, great report, and I'm watching on TV. Thank you, beloved. Okay, so with that all been said, I'm going to conclude this broadcast. I just want to give you all the latest updates on Diddy. So what do we have here? We have the fact that Dwayne Keefe D. Davis, there's new information tying him to the murder site on the night that Tupac was gunned down in Las Vegas, even though he says he was not there, even though his attorneys said that he was never there and that he was just saying all that stuff for clout. Well, he was standing for a whole lot more than clout. Not to mention, they have him on audio recordings. Okay. And so we have that information. And then also, we now have information that he was working undercover with the cops to try to set up Diddy for a whole drug deal. Clearly, it didn't work. Okay. Because Diddy had connections inside of LAPD. Please pay attention. Allegedly. Okay. So that's likely why that didn't work. All right. And so at the end of the day, I'm just waiting for this trial to start in November because I'm pretty sure that what happens in that courtroom is going to have Diddy tied all into it. Okay. All into it. This is going to be a whole nother case. Clout going to get you put in prison. Exactly. It absolutely is. Okay. Italy's something like you've never seen. Unbelievably beautiful, says Jeff Dre. I can only imagine, beloved. All right. Claudette said a slow drip for Puff Steam. You all are something else. Anyway, everyone, please like and share. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Be sure to click that notification bell and click the word all so you're notified each time the Queen Goddess goes live. Okay. With that, I'll be tell them. Okay, tell them cut the bullshit, Wayman. Yes, y'all get those likes up. It's the least you can do. Okay, and so for those of you who follow the backup channel, like I said, I'm going live on there in about 15 minutes. So please be sure to tune in. There's the link. I just dropped it. Okay. I love you all to life. Enjoy the rest of your strong end, not the weekend, leaving you in a weakened state of mind. Each one, teach one. That's how we grow and thrive. Do something productive, constructive, but never destructive. And always remember, beloveds, to keep the Most High first in your lives. Peace.
With that gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you're done. They show no love for the queen. Why you hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans? I got dreams like King Luther, shed blood like Kunta. You ain't helping my people, I ain't got nothing to say to ya. I want all the smoke like hookah. Talking reparations, America won't be great until they give us compensation. I'm like, I'm the hottest right now. See a bunch of lames out here trying to jock on my style. They be doing too much. I'm the queen, it's too easy. It's like they all at Popeyes, how they be talking so greasy. I just sit back and laugh while these haters get madder. So nefarious how they don't want my pockets with cheddar. I tell them they can do better. These snakes in the grass can leave a bite on your ass, cause y'all be trusting too fast. I got my foot on the gas, other one on they necks. Dropping receipts on haters, you better show some respect. I'm never facing regrets, we only facing the threats. Running through every challenge like a relay, break no sweat. It's a cold game, so I got that blanket with me. Now that my people awaken, ain't no going to sleep. I do not play by my piece. This time I'm playing for keeps. You talking slick, but when I see you like them ends, we gon' meet. And I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you done. They show no love for the queen. Why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans and I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you done. They show no love for the queen. Why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans and I got